So just starting off on the progress of the current trades I'm in. So I ended up taking GA, I believe it was yesterday. Um, and I was going back and trying to notate, okay, is it worth it? Like, can I take daily setups but not have to wait for a daily engulfing candle in order to take the trade? Because even though, because yes, it can be high probability, but then like what I saw past 2 weeks is sometimes, like for example, on what was it? GN, because it's not an engulfing, it doesn't even pull back and it ends up flying. Like, so I have how many trades in the past um 3 weeks? Hold on, I have it written here somewhere. 5 trades since September 4th were massive risk to reward trades on the daily setup, but I missed because it didn't give me a daily engulfing. US oil sells. I saw it from here and I wanted to wait for an engulfing. Now, by the time it closes here, it's too late for me. Then I have GN, the one that I showed y'all, this one right here, because it came into the 50% zone, gave me a bullish daily, a bullish candle, but it wasn't an engulfing, so I didn't take it. I had to take the one on EN though. Euro AUD buys here, right? Tiny daily candle. Bullish though, and in the right place, but I didn't take it because it didn't give me this engulfing. And then when this formed, I was like, oh, well, now that's just too big. I can't put a stop loss that big. Now, honestly, this looks like point A, point B. Now we're doing the same thing over again, but this time it did give me a daily engulfing. I just didn't get into it because I needed it to come into this level. Hold on. Okay, yeah, no, it didn't. Before I traded, so that's why I passed up on it and then went to GA instead because when I go on the monthly, that actually happened. All right, so that's why I'm currently in this trade. I don't believe that the weekly is bearish because like when I'm looking at lower lows, lower, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Like lower lows, lower, what is happening to me? Where is my, here we go. Come on now. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. When you break above this resistance level with 2 bullish candles, 3 bullish candles, now to me, you are in bullish territories. Even if you come down and break, first of all, this is not a break, and this is why I consider this still bullish on the weekly flow, is because if, and I could be dead ass wrong, that's fine. I don't like, learning. If this wasn't supposed to hold up, this would have given me a second bearish candle underneath here. But instead, it respected that with this bullish candle and then printed another bullish candle just for me to go down, dip into the monthly area. And now we really have no reason to continue bearish, especially after just hitting that monthly liquidity. So if it just dipped into monthly liquidity here, maybe the next place it could go is, goddamn, back to the highs perhaps, because I don't see any area to the left where the monthly acted as support unless we talk about this level that's right here. But that would make sense because this is technically not a broken level on the monthly. Again, it is still bullish. So that is why I took this trade on GBP AUD. Let us not forget the fib. The fib situation. I mean, it still would have made more sense if it was like done on the weekly, if I waited for a weekly engulfing, but what I've seen is when a daily candle closes, even if it's not ready, it'll still push up for a few days, right? And I got out because I took this trade and I got out here because I realized that we were like literally faced right into that level of support. And then again, like I thought it acted as resistance, but I needed to get that monthly liquidity that was down here. I needed this because this up here nothingness wasn't gonna do. So, all right, next trade. I feel like I just talked for so long. EJ, I was talking about this probably Sunday before the markets even did anything because I saw how we were going down. And so I pulled out my fibs and I was like, yes, come to the 50% level, show me something, and then we'll dance. And so last night when I saw that the daily candle closed as a doji, I said, bitch, let me get in on that beat. Again, this is me slowly opening up to the fact that like maybe I don't have to wait for daily engulfings as long as the setup is on the daily time frame and I have my monthly or weekly liquidity and I have my 50% pullback after the daily candle, after the daily time frame has broken its own support, right? So so if this trade plays out, I'm definitely like I don't even do the 4 hour setups anymore. I'm just more lenient with the candle on the daily time frame that signals my entry. But again, I'm still waiting for the liquidity. I'm still waiting for the fib level pullback. So I'm still going with the overall directional bias, monthly, weekly. So we'll see. I'm in EJ bias right now. And I am. Um Yeah, I got in during an Asian session, honestly. And then as soon as I got in, we got this bullish candle. I was like, oh, hell yeah. But I'm only in that on one account. And then for AU, it's just a waiting game. Beautiful, beautiful trade, I think. Point A, point B, brap, hit it. Hit the fucking golden zone on the daily too. Gave me a morning star. And this is another thing. If I only needed a decent or Japanese candlestick pattern, like if I just needed a daily bullish candle close, this daily candle would have been a signal for my entry, and I would not have my stop loss so big because if this full trade actually plays out to a fruition, that's barely just a 1 to 3 for so much risk. And to me, I think I'm also trying to consider something that's like, okay, the 1 to 3 has to be met by the time it hits the highs, or else I probably don't want to take that. But that's just um one thing that I'm thinking about modifying. But I'm gonna see how it plays out, how this plays out throughout the next few weeks and months because so far we got a good thing going. So AU buys, EJ buys, GA buys. And we're supposed to have NFP today, but there's no specific time. I'm government shutdown. Gotta love it. All right, happy trading, y'all.